We hit the 9-minute mark there, so you had to let me take a quick pause there. I was into talking about the function of the sacrifice at the time of our last part. I was defining out where the sacrifice in the past was necessary and whereas now it is not. Examples in the past is you had to rely upon the strong and the sacrifice there because the males had to be willing. That's where the Sir Galahad syndrome comes there, that willingness to, like I said, to give it. And the female makes you want to go out there and do it, and come back and to get your reward and go back and do it again. It's what holds that old system together because you have to have the strength. In today's system, you don't have to rely upon the strength. Now it's, get out of my face or I'm going to call a cop. I don't have to worry about going out and picking up 100 and so much pounds of leather tackle to harness up something. I can go out and turn the key, get in my car, and drive to United and get me a nice steak, some eggs, some milk, come home, fix me, carry it in one bag. Everything's lovely. A few years ago, that couldn't happen. You had to have this division, this hierarchical structure. You'll see religion throughout all of time has been reinforced to this very system, to give support, to have this system at play. But that sacrifice is found, as I said, in the strong and in the pretty. In today's society, where smart is the most important, as I was saying earlier, the four now is the strong smart, the pretty smart, the ugly smart, and the weak smart. They're all competing for the top dollar. They get the bigger reward because of, quote, education. So now you have a strong that's willing to go and work hard, say in the factory, for so much money. A smart can go to college, or a smart can go acquire a skill and receive more money, but it lacks the holding that ability to make that sacrifice. They're more within themselves for their own self-reward. They're not as, it's harder for them to make the sacrifice because this is on the smart characteristics of any personality, not the strong. So what happens is today you have males in their technology aren't really working themselves to death. If they're not really working themselves to death making that sacrifice, then the females will look and says, my sacrifice is do whatever it takes to make sure you keep doing your sacrifice. And if you're not doing the sacrifice, why should I do the sacrifice? In fact, I don't need the strong at all now because smart to smart I can compare. As I said, we can create equality of the genders. That's what brought the entire structure together. We even have rules and laws to provide that equality. But once we start demanding that older cultures that are based upon the strong pretty to say you have to create gender equality, their smart is not the higher, it is still strong pretty. Their society is based upon that function of sacrifice. And they do not understand what we're doing. They sit there, what are you doing? You're destroying your civilization, your culture. Look at your morality code, everything. They don't understand because they still rely upon the strong pretty. We look down and on smart going, hey, you're not giving equality to the genders. You have to change. They don't understand. They can't. They still rely upon the strong pretty because through religion, through cultural beliefs, through historical necessity. This is why we see the third world culture. More of the world still operates under strong pretty than under the smart. And if we demand that they have to act like they are doing the smart with a balance of technology, provide equality, then we're being foolish because they do not have the technology to acquire that equality. It doesn't exist. Technology doesn't allow it. Neither side can let the other side do, and only the acceptance and understanding of where they are that allows them. Talk about getting the cart before the horse. You're sitting there, you show them the cart, and they're used to the horse, but you're insisting they use the motorcycle. They don't know how to connect it to the wagon, not understanding that they don't. That's kind of where that goes, and that's what's happening in the macro. That's what's happening in our culture, in the Great War. It's what's happening in the Middle East. You're seeing this transitional shift of what is happening. And it's going to continue to separate until people understand this layer. This is at the macro. This is all we're going to talk about today. Right now, later on, we'll go into some other discussions. Thank you for listening. I got a lot more to say. Bye.